Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Pikmin 2. In the last part, we did day 1, usual day of Pikmin, where you just basically get introduced to all the controls and your first set of Pikmin and everything. So, in this part, we're going to be doing, and we got our first treasure too, and found out our company was in debt, but we'll get to that later. In this part, we're going to be going back to the Valley Proposed because it's the only thing we can do, so let's just get going. So, let's just go. And as you can probably see, there are some more pellets today, so we're definitely going to be able to grow our red Pikmin, which is awesome. Today should be a very easy day. There's not really a whole lot to do, but definitely a good chunk of things to do. Good morning, workers. Ready for another day of toiling for the profit of your company? Sure, why not? The Pikmin seem to still be asleep inside the onion. What lazy creatures. Well, they attack creatures every day, so I don't really know if they're totally lazy. No wonder they lack survival skills. Stand beneath the onion and press A to call them out. Well, I just said that they attack other creatures every day, so I don't really know I don't think they lack survival skills. I just think they lack a survival leader, like Captain Omar himself. But anyways, we're just gonna get all 20 of our red Pikmin out. Still trying to get used to not playing with the Wii, because I'm so used to playing with the Wii now I've got to go back to GameCube controller. But I do like the GameCube controller much better, so. Alright, sometimes it does get annoying having two leaders because you kind of get pushed around sometimes, but that's the computer's fault. Okay, let's get 5. I don't know if that was 5, but let's get 1. Oh, well, that was 5. I'm such a good counter. Actually, let's get another one of you guys on there. Now we have 8 Pikmin left. And yeah, there's some pellets we're gonna need. If you remember, I told you yesterday that, or I said that that paper bag, I remember it needs 35 Pikmin to squish it so we can get over it. If you come over here, you can get a few extra Pikmin. There's nothing down there. That's all really what this area was for the beginning of the game, so with like Louie falling there. So other than that, there's like nothing over there for the rest of the game. It's kind of funny, but throw 2 of every kind, even though we have 1 kind of Pikmin. Alright, make sure there's nobody left behind because that's the last thing we need. Alright, we have 2 left. I knew I should have thrown like maybe 2 or 3 extras, but whatever, I'll just throw them on this paper bag because it'll just give us a 2 Pikmin lead, or head start. Yep, see, we need 35. Alright, I'm gonna leave Louie there, and I'm gonna go over here and get all the other Pikmin and start plucking. Because we might as well start plucking because we're gonna need the Pikmin. Plucking is so much fun, isn't it? Alright, just like pellet collecting. Don't get me started on that again. Alright, okay, we need... I was gonna call those Pikmin back, but it's not really worth it. Just let them keep going. It's fine. Totally fine. Alright, I really hope I'm used to these new controls enough because we're gonna face some Bulborbs. There's like only 2 of them over there, but there's another area. Ooh, this pellet's up. But yeah, I'm just hoping I'm used to the controls enough already. It's only the 2nd day. I should be used to them because I've played this game a lot, but sometimes when you take a long break, I have actually not played this game for a while. Well, definition of a while, probably a couple of months. A couple of months is in probably half a year, but I really do love this game that much that I still remember how to play correctly. Alright, Bulborb here, let's kill it. Took forever, but it's alright. We get a pellet out of him, so that's cool. Get that stuff going. We got a Bulborb here. I don't know, do I feel confident enough? I just want to pick, I don't really want Louie pushing me into this Bulborb. Alright. I want to see if I can kill this guy without losing a Pikmin. Hopefully I don't lose a Pikmin, but you never know. So if you remember in the first game, Pikmin, we usually swarm the giant Bulborbs, but in this game, we're going to be throwing on top of their backs. It makes for a lot better strategy, because as you can see, he dies quick, so definitely the better strategy. And there's no stupid dying of Pikmin when the enemies, like when the Bulborbs fall on the ground. Pikmin don't just randomly die now. So that's one thing that they did fix in Pikmin 2. I'm glad they did, because it was really annoying losing Pikmin for like no reason. You know, that was just kind of silly. Alright, there's a wall over here, just like in the first game. We gotta break these down, so let's put 4 random Pikmin on here. Or they're just gonna fall off, that's fine. We're just gonna leave Louie here anyways. There is a treasure over here. We're gonna come back and get that. I just wanted to get these carcasses and pellets going back, because we're gonna just get every Pikmin that we can get right now at the moment. Might as well. Alright. I don't believe there's anything up here. No, there isn't. Alright, so let's just start plucking. Another thing they did fix in this game is that plucking actually, well, the sprouts appear a lot quicker after they're planted into the ground by the onion, so that's another thing they did fix in the game, which I'm really happy they did. As you can see there, we did get a few buds, so we have a few bud Pikmin, but they're just gonna be a tiny bit faster than the rest of the group, so I guess that's cool. I mean, we haven't seen any nectar in the Valley of Repose here, so there's nothing we can do about that. Alright, let's get this, what looks like a crushed soda can. It takes about 35, I think, yeah. We're just gonna put everybody that we can get on there, because the faster it gets going, the better. Alright, and we'll put the rest of you over here. That should be 4 plus 21 is 25, so we'll have 25 Pikmin now working on that. So that should get done here momentarily, I would think. You'd think, but sometimes Pikmin don't really work that fast. I mean, they still do, but you know what I mean. So anyways, while we wait for this treasure to get back, I'll just talk about what to expect now. As you can probably tell, we've pretty much explored a good chunk of this area now, and we're breaking down that wall. And if you could see behind the wall, that looks like to be a little hole over there, and that is one of the new aspects of Pikmin 2 that we're gonna see here in a second. If you also see, there's a big pool of water, so that more than likely means we're not going to be able to go any further with just red Pikmin. So, definitely means that we're going to have to go into that hole, probably, or just end the day, because we can't do anything else. But, anyways, this soda can finally got back. Utter scrap. 170 Pokos. Alright. Now we're going to head back to the wall. Hopefully quickly, because these Pikmin can be really slow. Oh look, the wall's down. Awesome. Awesome job. How could Pikmin destroy such a massive wall? When masked, their might is ferocious. Louie, did Olmar instruct you on proper Pikmin commanding protocol? Yes, I did. I did actually. Apparently not. Olmar, you are failing in your duty as a superior. Allow me to explain. So basically, he's going to go through the controls over again. That we already know. He just goes over these every time, no matter what. Even if you were to play as Louie the whole time, he still goes over them, because it's just part of the way they programmed him, I guess. They make him go over the controls a billion times in the game. So, and in a way, it's a good thing, because if you have never really played the game before, you don't know any of the controls, then there you go, you constantly get reviews of what the controls are, but I do know, like, all the controls, so, yeah. As you can see, like I said, big pool of water here. I don't want to drown any of my Pikmin. That'd just be plain stupid. So let's go look at this hole. And the ship will tell us something about it. Interesting. Warm air is welling up from the hole in the ground before you. It's also glowing. What could lie underground? What is wrong? You both show expressions of unease. Do not fear. The leader's group of Pikmin will join you. I shall dispatch my research pod too. Approach the hole and press A to jump in. So awesome, the ship's coming with us. What fun. This should be a great adventure. So anyways, looks like we have these are basically called holes or caves. These contain a certain amount of treasures and sometimes other things that we'll see momentarily, and each name of the hole, or each hole or cave has a name, and this one is Emergence Cave. So let's just enter, and it always tells you how many Pikmin are entering with you, so make sure you have a full group, which is awesome, but I know we have all 70 Pikmin with us. So anyways, each cave also has a certain amount of sub-levels, and this one has 2, so this is sub-level 1. So this is basically kind of an introductory cave that just basically shows off the simple things about each cave in the game. Intriguing. My heat sensors indicate that this hole's interior is warmer than on the surface. Analysis suggests subterranean areas may support different life forms than the surface. If you wish to check underground terrain, press start pause to communicate with me. I am not just a ship, I am an all-purpose support pod. Awesome, the ship is a support pod. Just what I wanted to hear. So yeah, anyways, the ship did tell us something that's actually quite important. Many of the enemies that you fight in the game will be found mainly underground, but there are a few that you see underground or above ground. So, and there are, I think, just very few amount that can only be found above ground too. So, there are some enemies in the game that can't be found below ground, but anyways, we got what looks like an orange here. It could be tangerine, but I'm pretty sure it's an orange. And we have these new enemies. These are dwarf I think they're just called snowball-borbs, but they're not. Then they're just insert dwarf at the beginning. But I'm pretty sure they're just snowball-borbs. They are exactly the same as. Oh no. All right, I almost lost a Pikmin, but that would have been disastrous and embarrassing. But I didn't. So that's awesome. Yeah, that would have been pretty embarrassing to lose a Pikmin already, but Citrus Lump, 180 Pokos, awesome. But yeah, they're no different than the like the Red Bulborbs, the dwarf Red Bulborbs that we fought above ground, so just pay no attention to them. I will say that you can carry carcasses back in the game, but you only get a few amount of Pokos for them. They're not really worth it that much. So you can carry them back if you want, but I don't really want to. I don't really want to because I'm one of those people. I used to carry like when I first played this game. I used to carry carcasses back all the time. I thought they really helped, but they really don't. In the long term of the game, they don't. But if you want to, if you feel like you have to, go ahead. But you're free to do it. But I don't really want to because I feel like it's kind of a waste of time. Because if and to me, I'm kind of one of those people that likes to keep everything kind of exact, so I'd like to get all just treasures as the total amount of money at the end of the game, but sometimes that doesn't really necessarily happen, and we'll find out sort of why later on in the game, but anyways, Quenching Emblem, 7-Up bottle cap, awesome. Okay, let's get everything here. If you hear this sound, that always tells you that that's all the treasures you can find on that sub-level. So that basically means it's time to move on. So how do we move on? Well, there's another hole here. So more than likely that's going to put us deeper in the cave. So this hole appears to be quite deep. My sensors indicate more treacherous terrain ahead. Louis, you do recall that you can adjust the camera with L, R, and Z, correct? Once again, going over controls. Your expression suggests that you do. Excellent. Then approach the hole and press A to enter it. So yes, let's just go deeper into the cave. And you can hit no, but if you if you accidentally hit A and then you hit A again, then you're going in. But if you hit A and then you're like, oh, I don't want to do that, you can press B real quick or go down and select no, but whichever one is the best choice for you. So anyways, sub-level 2 here. And it looks like to be the final floor, so awesome. Okay, more snowball orbs. Not hard at all, easily squished or ferociously attacked. That's it for now. Oh, what is this? It looks like half of a globe. There's the US and North America and everything else. It's inconceivable that such an immense object has been buried here for so long. The design on the outer shell resembles the surface of the planet as seen from space. Perhaps this can be used for something other than salvage. But how will we ever lift it? I fear that even 100 red Pikmin will be unable to lift it. So yeah, the ship is right with that. We cannot use even if we got 100 red Pikmin, we still won't be able to lift it because it weighs a whopping 101 pounds, and we can only bring out 100 Pikmin onto the field at a time. So obviously, we're not going to be able to lift that yet. There is a way, and we will find out here momentarily. But for now, we got to move on and fight some more snowball orbs. It's almost easier to just swarm these guys sometimes, but sometimes it's almost easier to squish them. But I guess it just kind of depends on which one you're better at. I'm just kind of good with both of them. But anyways, what is over here? These look to be candy pop buds. Remember those from the first game? Now they're purple. What could that mean? Astounding, a flower blooms in a cave deep beneath the snowy landscape. Clearly, it is warmer down here than above. Look, the Pikmin are restless. They look as if they yearn to be tossed into the flower. They yearn. It's a funny word. Alright, so, I'm gonna try and not throw these bud guys because they can be... That's kind of useful. They can be... Okay, I'm trying to remember. What's the... I can't remember. Whoa, whoops, I hit turbo. Yeah, my controller has turbo. That's annoying. Turn turbo off. Turn turbo off. I don't really know what the deal is. I don't want turbo on. Alright, if the light's gonna just stay on, that's fine, whatever. Whoops. I don't want to throw a billion at him. Okay, turbo is really annoying. I'm just gonna have to fix that when I quit the game. Good thing I'm pretty much done with today. Yeah, I kind of screwed up my controller, so hopefully I can fix that. I do have a backup controller, but anyways, so now in this game there is a lower limit on how many Pikmin you can throw into a candy pot bud. In these kind of candy pot buds, I forgot the names. They're violet candy pot buds, I think. That's all I can hope from their color, but you can only throw up to 5 at a time into the flowers. So let's just throw them in, and I'm gonna throw a billion of them. Yeah, my stupid controller is on turbo, and I don't like that. It's annoying. In a way, though, that can be useful if I'm just want to quickly throw Pikmin on, but right now it's not. Alright, let's pluck these Pikmin, and oh look! Purple Pikmin. I don't know if there is a way to turn off turbo. That's really annoying. Anyways, distractions aside, this looks like a huge purple Pikmin, doesn't it? Amazing, a purple Pikmin. It has hair and is quite stocky. It seems very heavy and strong. This kind of Pikmin was not mentioned in your report, Olmar. It must be an entirely new type. Transforming Pikmin by tossing them into flowers? Intriguing. Perhaps there are others? Yes, perhaps there are. So yeah, purple Pikmin. They are the new Pikmin type. Well, spoiler. They are one of the new Pikmin types in the game. And I'll save that. Yeah, there's a kind of like a shooting geyser there, but we'll come back to that in a few minutes. But for now, let's go back and see maybe these purple Pikmin can help us with that globe that we couldn't lift. Maybe there's just some special talent that they have that we don't know of yet. Well, we're about to find out. So if you throw a billion Pikmin on, like I am by accident, one Pikmin can only lift 1 pound. Well, if you... Okay, hang on a second. I am still lost. I was trying to hit control... Oh, okay. I want to change Pikmin. Oh my god. My controller is just going to have a spaz attack now. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is that if one Pikmin can only lift 1 pound, right? Whoops. I can't do anything about that. I'm trying not to, but... There. Alright, so now we can lift it because one purple Pikmin can lift up to 10 pounds or something. So, 100 purple Pikmin, or 10 purple Pikmin can lift 100 pounds. And all you had to have was one other red Pikmin, and there you go. You can lift it. So yeah, simple as that. So, purple Pikmin are very useful for lifting really heavy objects in the game. Or just for conveniently, instead of putting 3 red Pikmin on a carcass here, you could put 10. Or 10. You could put... you can't even put 10 Pikmin on there. You'd put 1 purple Pikmin on there, just to save the amount of Pikmin you have on there. So, yeah, that's cool, I guess. Anyways, we got the globe, or half of a globe. Spherical Atlas, and it's worth 200 Pokos, so it's a nice amount. There's a device resembling a microchip embedded inside the sphere, retrieving data. Error, I could only decode a portion of the data, but I did retrieve new geographic charts, so what could that mean? I will input this data into my planetary database and name it the Sphere Chart. Press Start, Pause to contact me and access the Explorer Kit on the radar screen with L. Now that we have this new data, you should explore the decoded territory tomorrow. I said that wrong. Anyways, so yes, getting that half of the globe means that we can now go to a new area, finally. We couldn't really do anything anyways, because there's just a giant pool of water in our way. And we can't, and sadly, purple Pikmin cannot swim. And I would think that they would struggle a lot more because they weigh more. 1 purple Pikmin is equal to 10 regular red Pikmin, you could say, so I would think they wouldn't be able to swim at all. They'd sink right down quickly. They couldn't even dog paddle. Yeah, and they're super slow. One negative thing about the purple Pikmin is that they really walk slow, so you have to kind of take your time to make sure they don't fall behind with the group. So anyways, there's guys over here. And astounding, the ship's just gonna put in bold letters there. Water is shooting out of this geyser with incredible force. Sensors indicate it has enough power to launch you into the air. Approach it and press A to try. Alright. I mean, there's not another hole or anything, so we can't really... Oh, look, a hole. Yeah. So, yes, geysers in this game, then they can only be found underground. They, in caves, launch you back up to the surface, so basically you exit the cave. And usually when you see one, it usually means it's on the final floor, it's end of the cave. But anyways, escape to the surface with your Pikmin? Sure, why not? And the captains go, and the Pikmin go, and we all launch off. Let's see how many treasures we salvaged. We got 3, and that's all that there are in this cave. So, whenever you get all the treasures in a cave, you get cave completed. So, that's cool. And you get a little flag to go on top of it. Awesome. So, we got a total of 480 Pokos, so that's not bad. Nice start. No Pikmin deaths. That's awesome. And speaking of Pikmin deaths, I'm gonna try to make this a no-death run for Pikmin 2, but I can't really confirm that it won't be. I probably will end up getting a few deaths. Let's just spin to the mic. A few deaths, and I'm kind of expecting that because usually one time I got really close to doing a no-death run, but I messed up towards the end of the game, and it kind of made me mad, but... Anyways, you have successfully returned to the planet's surface. Excellent decision-making, gentlemen. We must celebrate your first successful spelunking expedition. You've gathered a large amount of data that needs in-depth analysis. I shall send a report back to the President tonight detailing your progress. Awesome. Oh boy, what else do you have to say? Olmar and Louis, since you'll explore a new area tomorrow, today's work is done. What? You still want to work? Unacceptable. You may not realize it, but you are exhausted. You should take a much-needed rest, as you have all the time you need to collect treasure. That's very important to note. Haste makes waste, so take it slow and steady. That's very important to note. In Pikmin, you had only 30 days to beat the game. In Pikmin 2, you have unlimited time to beat the game. You have no time limits. You can beat the game in 1,000 days if it takes you that long to beat the game. You can beat it in just like 15 days. I mean, you have the unlimited amount of time to beat the game. So no worries at all. I don't know if they magically fixed the issue with the poisonous oxygen. Remember from the first game, on the first day, Captain Omar said he only has 30 days because he only has 30 days he can stay on the Pikmin planet because like of the level of poisonous oxygen in the air was really bad. Did they just forget that from the first game, or was that magically fixed? I'm not really sure. I don't understand it. Maybe there's something I'm missing from it, but the only thing I can think of is that they kind of went off, like that maybe during at night they kind of, maybe there's a hidden oxygen tank. I don't know. To be honest, it doesn't really make much sense to me, but whatever. Pikmin logic. 20 Pikmin yesterday, 20 red Pikmin yesterday, 60 today. Now we have purple Pikmin, so we got obviously 0 yesterday, but we have 10 today, so that's a nice start. Total of 70 Pikmin overall, so that's not bad. It's the most you can have at this point, I'm pretty sure. I think so. Baby steps first, Olmar. Plan well, and don't worry about me. Our debt is with Happy Hokotot Savings and Loan, after all. Besides, there's nothing left to repossess, so ha! Okay, Mr. President, you just gonna laugh? Alright. Laugh about your debt. That's the way to get out of it. Alrighty. Anyways. Da da da. Da 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 da. Yeah, okay, we have a new area here. That was kind of, I kind of said that weird. We have a new area here, and, let's look at our Piccolopedia. It's Awakening Wood, so. Well, we'll get to that, more of that in a second. But anyways, Red Bulb Orb. Yeah, it's a Red Bulb Orb. Just like the first game. Swarming does not really work that well. Throwing on them, yes. Snowball Orbs, yep, I figured that was their name. I'm still, like, repeatedly throwing Pikmin carrots, because freaking Turbo is on my controller, my GameCube controller. Violet Candy Papa, yep, I was right. And Clover, so yeah, there are, like I said on the last part, plants are actually in Piccolopedia. I guess they do count. Treasures, we have Citrus Lump, Utter Scrap, Spherical Atlas, and Quenching Emblem. So yeah, so far so good, I guess you could say. Let's go to area selection, and yeah, so in the next part of Pikmin 2, we will be going to the Awakening Wood for day 3, and we'll be exploring some new territory there. More than likely gonna find some more caves. And let me just say, day 3 is a very important day in, well, if you're trying to beat this game in a matter of like, oh, I don't know, like speedrunning. It's a very important day, but I'm not speedrunning, but I'd like to finish this Pikmin 2 in 12 days, but you never know. I might finish it, I probably might, maybe finish it in 13 days. 13 days is easy, but I'm rambling. Anyways, day 3, let me just say, is a very important day. We have a lot to do tomorrow, so just get some rest and everything, I guess. I don't know. But I'm not really sure how I'm going to do the videos because we're going to be doing a lot of caves, like 2 tomorrow, so I'm not sure how I'm going to split. I'm not sure how I'm going to split the video up, if I'm just going to keep doing like 15 to 20 minute parts and then just go along with wherever I stop at. I'm not really sure. I'll have to figure it out, but I'm rambling. I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye for now.